When rewriting a web page to make it more usable, you have to put yourself in the user's shoes. Web users have a lot of things going on at once. With all the technology that abounds, they are not usually able to focus on one thing. When they are searching for something specific on a website, they just want to find what they need and move on to the various other things they can do on the internet. They are usually visiting our site because they need to complete a certain task. They will scan rather than read the page and will only read enough to complete the task at hand. The goal is to make your web page user-centered instead of college or institution-centered. Give them what they need, not what you want to give them. Remember, if the user can't find what they need in 10 seconds or less, they get frustrated and lost, leading them to give up and watch a video or visit Facebook or text a friend. When editing, be ruthless. Ask your users what they expect from a web page and think about the questions that users ask the most. Use the web page to answer those questions. Make a list of the web pages you are responsible for editing and prioritize those that are most important to your users. Then you can begin the editing process. I chose to work on the library's How to Find a Topic webpage first, because students are often stumped about research paper topics. This is one of the questions we get the most in the library and during library instruction. This page is long and wordy, and the most important link is at the bottom of the page. So, I'm going to edit this page, but in order to better work with the text, I'm going to copy my content into Word or another format that I can edit and start by asking several important questions about the web page. The first question I need to ask is, who is the intended audience? Is it new students, current students, community members, faculty, or staff? Be specific. Think about things like reading level or assistive technologies like screen readers that may be used to access the page. For this page, the user would be current students, usually in ENC 1101. Many of these students, although they are college ready, may have a lower reading level, and it is always safe to assume that assistive technologies will be used on the page at one time or another. Another question you need to ask is, what does your user need to know? What questions should the website answer? Remember to tell them what they need to know, not what you want them to know. A user accessing this page will be looking for topic ideas and tips on how to find a topic. Now you can begin the reorganizing process. The most important information should be at or near the top, and the less important information should be below it. This is called an inverted pyramid. So ask yourself, what is the most important information? Which information will best answer the user's most frequently asked question? Move this information to the top of your document. Since the students using this page are usually looking for topic ideas, the most important information is a link near the bottom of the page called Pathfinders from Broward Community College. This link leads them to a database of topics that helps them choose a topic and then narrow the topic. I want to mark this page, highlight it, and move the link to the top of the page so that I will remember that I want it all the way at the beginning of the document. The next question I need to ask myself is, what other questions will students need answered? This narrative near the top of the page answers questions about how broad or narrow a topic should be and about the types of topics that are best to use. However, this section is too wordy, and hurried students will not be inclined to read it completely. Furthermore, students with lower reading levels may find such a large block of text intimidating. So I'm going to mark this section and label it with a note that says keep but edit, to remind myself of what I intended to do with this section. Next, look for information that is old or outdated. The information in the General Sources section is no longer relevant. So I'm going to mark this for deletion. The Pro-Con Sources section is useful, but students won't read the descriptions, so these could be deleted as well. So I would continue in this vein until I was finished with the page. Then I would start editing my text, always keeping the user in mind.